Hello everyone, welcome back to another Raiders video. In this video, I'll be giving my Raiders 53-man roster reactions. Let's get into it. So getting into the roster, the Raiders have kept two quarterbacks, obviously Minshew and O'Connell. Minshew will be the starter, as we know. Hopefully he can have a nice season. Now running back, there's Zamir White, Alexander Mattison, Amir Abdullah, and Dylan Labe. I think it'll be a nice little rotation between Zamir White and Mattison in terms of running the ball, and Abdullah will continue to be our third down back. And then Labe, I'm not sure how much he'll really play this season. I think he's more of a guy that we kept for the long term. So hope to see him in the future get some reps. Now receiver, we kept Devontae Adams, Jakobi Meyers, Trey Tucker, DJ Turner, and Tyreek McAllister, and Ramel Keaton. The first three were locks, and even after the preseason, DJ Turner was a lock. And even during the preseason, DJ Turner became a lock, so that was our fourth guy. But who are we going to keep after that? So we ended up keeping Tyreek McAllister, I think more of like a return guy, but can provide a receiver, I guess, if we need. And Ramel Keaton, a UDFA from Tennessee, who did impress in the preseason. So he becomes the sixth or maybe fifth wide receiver. But the depth on this team for receiver is kind of concerning. I do like DJ Turner, our receiver 4, but outside of that, not really a big fan. But luckily, our top 3 receivers are a good trio. At tight end, only 3 is Brock Bowers, Michael Mayer, Harrison Bryant. I think all 3 are going to get work. Obviously, Bowers and Mayer, with the talent they have. Obviously, Bowers and Mayer, with how high they were drafted, how recently that was, they're expected to get a lot of production. I think they will. Harrison Bryant's kind of in there as a tight end 3. I think he'll get some production. Excited for the tight end room this year, especially our tight end duo, which is see the field a lot. Now for the offensive line, there's 9 guys on here. Coleman there, Jack Sparrows-Johnson, Cody Whitehair, Andre James, Noah Parham, Darren Wolford, DJ Glaze, Andre Speed, and Jordan Meredith. So it looks like the left guard to start the year might be Cody Whitehair, but Jack Sparrows-Johnson might take that spot very soon. Could still start week 1, but it's looking like Whitehair might start right away just because Jackson Powers missed a bunch of the offseason process. It's kind of tough to throw a rookie right in there for that reason, but he will play eventually this season. And looks like Andrew Pete will be like a left tackle, left guard, backup kind of situation. Glaze will be swing tackle for us at right and left tackle. Darren Murphy will be the starting right tackle, as we know. And then, Meredith is kind of going to swing between right and left guard as well. So I think that this offensive line has good depth. The starters, there are some question marks because Darren Winford, it's his first season being a full-time starter. He is young. He has potential. We'll see if he lives up to it. Dylan Parham, also a question mark because last year he was not looking that good after a pretty promising rookie year. And then, I'm not going to lie, even in the preseason, I was not impressed by Dylan Parham. So hopefully he steps it up. And outside of that, I'm a fan of the rest of the offensive line. I think Jack Sparrows-Johnson, when he gets in, will be a good left guard for us. So now the defense. On the defensive line, we got Crosby, we got Christian Wilkins, Malcolm Koonce, Janarius Robinson, Adam Butler, John Jenkins, Tyree Wilson, S.J. Silvera, and a new guy, Jonah Lalu. So Byron Young did make the 53 originally, but got released the next day. Got claimed by the Eagles, so he's run with us over. Only 1 year, 3rd round pick. Did not work out for us. I thought he had some potential, but he did not work out for us. And good luck to him on the future. Now, we did bring in a new guy, Lalu, from the Colts, UDF 7th round pick. Apparently, he looked really good in the preseason, so not a bad sign there. S.J. Silvera ends up making the roster, so that's good to see for him. And then the defensive ends, I think we already know we got Crosby, Koonce on the outside. Tyree will rotate in, and Janarius Robinson had a nice spark for us last year as a rotational edge. I think he'll continue to do the same. And this year, defensive tackle will be a rotation as well. Wilkins will be out there all the time. And I think the other spot will pretty much go between Jenkins and Butler, with both of them providing some good depth for us. And not just depth, but actually production. Now, linebacker, the Raiders ended up keeping 7, which is kind of interesting because they only run with 2 running on the field at one time, Robert Slayton, Devon Diablo. So Masterson will be the 3rd guy. And you have depth behind them with Tommy Eichenberg, Amari Burney, Mark Gainer, and Kai Magua. So Gainer makes the 53 after his impressive performance. I'm not sure what his role is going to be, but with that production that he had, you kind of risk losing him to waivers. So I found a spot for him. The rest of the guys in his linebacker room, I think, are going to be for like special teams, but we already know our top 3 guys. Masterson will rotate in. Of course, Eichenberg, rookie, Burney, 2nd-year guy. In the secondary, we got Jack Jones, Lee Hobbs, Jacoby Bennett. Looks like will be our cornerback too. Charles Merrick, Marcus Epps. Palomar will be our 3rd safety. We kept Chris Smith after a nice preseason. He'll be our 4th safety. The Cameron Richardson, the rookie. And we brought in Darnay Holmes. We brought in Thomas Harper. some new guys. I think Holmes is gonna be like a backup nickel, maybe coming on the outside. Harper is UDFA from Notre Dame. He's like a nickel / safety. Played well for the Chargers this preseason. Also, Trey Taylor's on IR, so maybe he'll be the 5th safety when he comes back. We'll have to see about that. But the secondary, we did keep MJ Devonshire originally, but he got waived the next day. Now back in our practice squad. I just think that we got some more experience in there with Darnay Holmes, so I'm fine with that. So the secondary, we already know our starters. The depth is kind of a concern because like Cameron Richardson is like basically our 3rd outside corner. So will he be able to fill in if Bennett or Jones go down? And I think Holmes can provide for us if Hobbs does go down in the slot. For special teams, you already know we got Daniel Carlson, AJ Cole, Jacob Bobenmeyer. Now the Raiders also kept Brendan Faison on the initial 53-man roster, but he ends up getting put on IR, then waived. You know, just too many injuries with him. You know what I mean? So he's no longer on the team. The Raiders also signed Justin Shorter to the practice squad, former Florida receiver, went to the Bills in the 5th round last year. We're converting him to tight end. He'll be on our practice squad. So now getting into the actual practice squad, we got Carter Bradley, so he makes it over Nathan Peterman. That's kind of what I wanted because, you know, we can actually develop him. He's basically our quarterback 3. David Abuka-Ogoa, Alex Bachman, Ben Brown, Matthew Butler, Jalen Guy, Sam McCormick, Will Putnam, Finn Stanford, John Samuel Schenker, Charles Snowden, who had a nice preseason, Donald Wagner, Sam Webb, who also had a nice preseason, and Christian Wilkerson. That is our practice squad. Okay, pretty much what I expected. Not really any big surprise cuts this year, although losing Byron Young only after 1 year was not what I expected, to be fair. He didn't produce last year in the regular season or even this preseason. I was not impressed by him in this preseason. I thought Nesta Jade outplayed him. And you see that Nesta Jade is on the 53-man roster, so there's a difference there. But for our team, I like the looks. Now, one slight concern is the depth of this team, which has always been a concern with me about Tom Telesco. With the time with the Chargers, I always thought that they kind of lack depth. When we hired him, that's one of the first things that I was concerned about. We'll see how it goes. I do like this team. I think we have young talent for sure. So, at least the guys that we have stepping up would be young guys. I think we're going to be good this year, obviously. As I said in my record prediction, 10 wins, playoff berth. But anyway, I'm excited for this season. I think we're going to be good. You know, season that I think the fans can actually get behind, like last year. You know, where we had a head coach we didn't really want, right? You know, quarterback we didn't really want. But this season is going to be different. Anyway, that was my 53-man roster reaction / breakdown. I'm Marto, and thank you for watching.